Chapter 4 of the Book of Boba Fett's ending shot left us with a not so subtle hint that the Mandalorian himself may be due to make an appearance in the series in the coming chapters. As the shot pans out, we see Fennec commenting on getting some hired muscle, as Din Djarin's signature theme plays, suggesting that Mando may come to the aid of Boba Fett and Shand for the oncoming crime war, that is about to go down any minute now.
How much treasure do we have in reserve?
I have plenty of credits. What I'm short on is muscle.
Credits can buy muscle, if you know where to look.
Greetings my young Padawans, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to Star Wars Now. Since the ending of Season 2 of The Mandalorian, we haven't known what Din Djarin has been getting up to. Handing Grogu over to Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker means he's free from his quest. Perhaps he went to Bo-Katan to take back Mandalore, but this little hint seems to suggest that he might be elsewhere and doing something else. Either way, today I want to share with you why I think the Mandalorian needs to appear in the show. Before we jump into the video, use the Force and hit that subscribe and like button to never miss a video for myself and the team here at Star Wars Now. As always, if you're talking about Star Wars, then we want to hear about it. Season 3 of The Mandalorian is currently in production, but is not expected to air until 2023, meaning we've got quite a wait for the next season right now, almost 2 years in the making in fact. But thinking about it, we virtually know nothing about the plot that is going for Din Djarin. As I previously mentioned, with handing off Grogu, Din is now free to take up another quest or do what he wants. Though, with the loss of the Razor Crest thanks to Moff Gideon, it's likely he'll need to find a new ship to get back to the old bounty hunting lifestyle he was so accustomed to. Or perhaps Djarin has gone off with Bo-Katan to plan for the retaking of Mandalore. We must not forget the issue of the Darksaber. It's a pressing plot point for the Mandalorian Season 3 right now. This needs to be resolved, as whoever wields the Darksaber has the right to rule Mandalore. This was meant to be Bo-Katan, but she refused to take it when Mando offered it to her, as it had to be won in combat. So we need this little situation resolved sometime soon in the future. Now, let's look at the Book of Boba Fett. The crime war is about to kick off on Tatooine, with the Pike Syndicate laying claim to Jabba the Hutt's former domain, the same domain which Fett currently rules over as his. Now, with the war incoming, Boba and Fennec have been building their forces, including recruiting guards, a mod gang, and now famous bounty hunter Black Krrsantan. But this is not enough to combat the Pikes, it would seem. This leads us to take a look at how the Mandalorian could fit into the Boba Fett series. The two certainly have a good relationship, with Fett and Shand helping Mando recover the child from Moff Gideon. Mando also played a role in getting Fett his armor back, technically, so they're all on good terms really, when you think about it. The Mandalorian is certainly a warrior to contest with. Recruiting him to Boba Fett's growing army on Tatooine would make sense. Fett knows Mando works well, and technically at this point, I would imagine Din does owe Shand and Fett a little favour, given the extent they went to in helping retrieve Grogu from the clutches of Moff Gideon. Part of me thinks if Mando does appear in the Book of Boba Fett, will he bring other Mandalorians with him? Previously we've seen him with the Covert, which was a tribe of Mandalorians hiding out in Navarro in the shadows, though Moff Gideon sought to wiping the majority of them out, though some did escape according to the armourer. Mando could have spent his time since Season 2's ending finding other warriors to come with him on the journey of retaking Mandalore, so when Boba Fett calls him up, seeing him with other Mandalorian warriors would make total sense. This will also be a great opportunity for Paz Vizsla to show up again, given Jon Favreau himself played the character. It is possible that Bo-Katan would appear, though I think this is unlikely as she has her eyes set on Mandalore and reclaiming her lost world. Perhaps Koska Reeves will appear. It depends if both have learned to accept Boba Fett for who he is, even more so if they're accepting King Fett of Tatooine. Now that is a thought. Realistically, I personally think that this might be crucial that the Mandalorian needs to show up in the Book of Boba Fett. Not only for Fett's sake from a lore and war point of view, but also to hype viewers up for the Mandalorian Season 3. As mentioned before, we're nearing a 2-year gap between seasons, which is a long time for a show, even more so in the ever so competitive market right now. The story of Season 3 is also up in the air. Not only will a cameo help add more concrete information to what we might expect, but perhaps it'll also give us more context to what Mando has been up to following the end of the second season. Currently, apart from departing Grogu, we don't know what he'll do. Yes, the Darksaber plot point is also relevant. As mentioned earlier, Mando getting the Darksaber essentially means that he is the official ruler of all Mandalorians. So if he shows up with no Darksaber, perhaps this plot point has been resolved by then. It really is a matter of waiting to see, but we need to discuss these things. Basically, Mando needs to show up so that viewers are not left without him during the 2-year gap between seasons. Additionally, it will further cement the current storyline of what the character is doing and where he is, especially as some would consider his story somewhat finished now that Grogu has been delivered into the hands of a Jedi. Literally. For now, we'll need to wait and see with what comes around the corner. Chapter 5 of the Book of Boba Fett is due to air next week. We're expecting a few cameos from the show, including one from Cad Bane himself, the master Western-style bounty hunter. So other mainline cameos like the Mandalorian are entirely possible. Alright Exalted Ones, that's it for myself. Do you think Din Djarin will show up in the Book of Boba Fett? Some are skeptical, while some are adamant this tease is meant for the Mandalorian himself. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button to keep up to date with the latest Star Wars news, lore and more. You can follow us on social media as well. Make sure to let us know what you think in the video comment section below, because if you're talking about Star Wars, then we want to hear about it. That's it for myself today here on Star Wars Now. I've been Captain Jack, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Live long and prosper my friends. Goodbye.